Hello everyone. Today we are going to teach you the best possible way to deal with every single mob in Minecraft. Now this will also include bosses, so the Warden, the Ender Dragon, the Wither, etc. So yeah, let's just get on with the video, shall we? Let's do this. Now of course the first mob you're probably ever going to encounter in Minecraft is the good old zombie. Now if I just switch my game mode to survival so that this will actually work, the zombie should aggro. So what you're gonna do is pretty simple. You just, kill the zombie. In fact, it's actually really easy. That is not supposed to happen. I don't know how, but I did not expect that. Uh, so that's how you beat a child. It works. Here we go. Here's another zombie. Again, it's really easy to deal with these. I don't really need to teach you. Again, you just hit it, a few times until it dies. So yeah. But what about a horde? Because in hard mode, there's a thing called a horde, where if there's like a couple zombies, like more will spawn. So how do you deal with a horde? Now, with a horde, a sword is definitely required, because if you use an axe, even though you will do more damage, you can only attack one at a time. The good thing about a sword is that, it's a splash attack, so you can attack multiple enemies. So the best way to deal with this is just keeping your distance. Don't jump attack because that'll only attack one zombie. Instead, attack multiple times. So you're keeping my distance, attacking multiple times. It's also good to run around in a circle so that it won't corner you, like a tree or a cave or something. And once you get the rhythm of it, alright, so once you get the rhythm, you can finally, slay them all. Now the second mob, alright, as I was saying, the second mob is the... Oh wait, hold on. So we're gonna set this to hard mode. The first mob is the skeleton. Now let's just go back to game mode. Alright. As I was saying, the skeleton is probably the second mob you're gonna have to fight in Minecraft. Now, most of the time, skeleton mobs, like in the beginning of the year, like first night, they're really tough. Since, they can attack you from very far. Not only that, they every time you try to get close, they back away. And their arrows do lots of damage and knockback. So how do you stop them? Well, you use a shield. You simply just, hold on. You essentially just walk closer, and every time that you draw the bow, you just block it. And there you go. Simple as that. There's actually another way to deal with this. Ow. And that's by also using your own bow. So you can have your own shoot off against the skeleton. Now of course this is a lot, more time consuming and a lot more expensive since you're using arrows. But it's a lot safer since, you don't have to go up in front of the skeleton's face. Which makes it easier for the skeleton to shoot you. The spiders. Now spiders are actually pretty easy. Now the spider won't aggro because spiders don't aggro since it's daytime, so let me just set time, time set night, and soon the spider will definitely aggro. Yep, here it is. Now the way the spider attacks is very aggressive. It jumps a lot, it chases you around. Every time it attacks, it like latches onto you and it tries to jumps on your face. It's pretty easy to beat, but what if there's multiple? That's where it gets a bit tough because they continuously jump around. There's lots of spiders. It's really hard to hit them because they keep jumping. But when you jump with them, it becomes a lot easier. So that's really all you have to deal with spiders. Now of course the infamous creepers. Now what do you do against these guys? It's pretty simple. First you just whack them and step back. Whack them and step back. Now I one-shot him because I have a netherite sword, but probably have a stone or wooden one at this point. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You just you walk, you stab, and you just back away. It's a pretty simple technique. But what if you're too late? Like, what if you accidentally... Jesus, the zombies are so annoying. Okay, let's go somewhere. Or just less your zombies. So what happens if, you know, you accidentally mess up? Like, I don't know, you put a creeper down, and then, you know, you hit, but then it goes off? Yeah. What happens if that happens? Well, there's actually another easy way. So for example, okay, that I used my bow, that I did not need to do that. What I was going to say is use your shield, and god, there's so much, zombies are so annoying. As I said, use your shield. So let's say a creeper's about to blow up. Yeah. Now the cool thing about shields is they negate all damage from explosions. That's only if you like block it perfectly, like the explosion is blocked perfectly. That's why shields are actually very useful, if not more useful than totems of undying, because with shields you can just block all damage entirely. So for example, another creeper shows up, tries to blow me up, oh, sorry, not today. And you can do this with any amount of creepers, so like for example, yeah, it doesn't matter how many creepers there are, you're gonna block every single explosion, which is so good. Like if I spawn more, alright, that, I didn't expect that. Yeah, that wasn't a perfect block, as you can see I took some damage, but their shield reduced it by so much, it's so good. Let me do this again. Alright, so here comes a horde, so we just block. Okay, that didn't really work since, you know, it killed the creeper. But yeah, that's really the easiest way. Now, of course, it will leave craters, that's just something you have to get used to. But yeah, that's the best way to deal with creepers. Now, pillagers. Now, pillagers are very similar to skeletons, where, you know, they just fire at you. Now, it's actually pretty easy to, again, deal with these. Same with, you know, skeletons, and that is a spider jockey. Now, okay, you know that. Here's a bonus for you: a spider jockey. How do you beat this thing? Well, the spider jockey is actually a very interesting one because it moves like a spider, but you know has the bow like a skeleton. Now, the best way to deal with this is first get rid of the skeleton. And there's zombies backing it up. All right, so let's deal with the zombies first. Alright, he just shot his friend. So first you gotta deal with the skeleton, because that's the most annoying part. There we go. Now that oh, you gotta be kidding me. Once the skeleton is dead, the spider will then proceed to chase you down, and that's when you just take it out. Pretty simple. Spider jockeys are a pretty tough opponent if you don't know what you're doing, so, you know, take that in mind. Again, the pillagers is just the same as the skeletons. I believe they have a bit more health though. That was not a good example, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they have a bit more health. Now here comes a toughie, the Iron Golem. A very hard opponent, because, well, you know, they can basically 3-shot you. Let me just chug a God Apple real quick. Yeah, these guys can pack a punch. Even with a God Apple, it is destroying my ass. So how do you beat an Iron Golem? For some reason the Iron Golem isn't attacking the zombies, but maybe because that's just aggro at me. Now this isn't a good way to deal with Iron Golems. You don't just chug a God Apple and fight it one-on-one. No, that's a very stupid idea. Now for the Iron Golem, as I said, so how do you deal with this? It's simple. Build a 3 blocks above them and just start whacking. As you can see, they cannot hit you because they're too short. And yes, I am making fun of an Iron Golem even though he is taller than me. So it's pretty simple, you just keep whacking them until they die. And this works with any amount of Iron Golems, so like oh, one is stuck in the wall. Yeah, so I just hit that one, that one, that one. None of them can hit me. No matter how hard they try, they will not hit me. So let's just deal with all of these. And I definitely do not suggest you fight these one-on-one without this pillar, because you will get butt fucked. You will get absolutely destroyed. So luckily the Iron Golems are focused on me. Let's just kill this. Alright, let's deal with these. Iron Golems, thank you for clearing the zombies. And yeah, you just sort of just keep hitting them until they die. If you have an axe, this will do more damage, but I have a sword right now. And yeah, that's basically the best and only way to deal with iron golems. Now, phantoms. How do you deal with phantoms? Now, these are probably the most annoying mobs in Minecraft, because, because of that. Now, of course, the easiest way is to just, you can just shoot them down. Now, the way to beat these are, again, really annoying. It's sort of just waiting for them to attack you and then attacking that. But, again, it's really hard to hit them, since, they're always flying. Of course, their weakness is sunlight, because they are a dead mob. So if you have a smite sword, that really do a dumb number on them. I mean, you can also shoot them with your bow, but it's really not suggested. Oh, I actually got one with my bow. Okay. But again, I do not suggest using bows. You're just gonna waste arrows. There's zombies, and just deal with them first. Well, no. Come on, hit him with the bow. That was a creeper explosion. Doesn't matter right now. There we go. Oh, there's another creeper. Alright. So again, to deal with phantoms, you can shoot if you're really good with bow, but again, it's not worth it because they're just so hard to hit and they're so small. I mean, you can anticipate, but I suggest not to, because every time you hit them, they fly back up. It doesn't matter if they hit you or not, they're gonna fly back up every single time you hit them. So if you hit them with like a really weak bow instead of your super strong sword, it's sort of just a waste. So it's best to just let them come to you instead of, trying to hit them in the sky. Now, slimes. As you can see, there's lots of slimes here, but I'll just spawn my own. Now, again, these slimes are pretty easy to beat. Actually, this is a medium-sized one. Let me go to this one. This guy's a big slime. Yeah, so this is the max size a slime has. Now, a max slime has 3 stages. The first was the big stage, like one of those guys. The second is the medium stage, one of these guys, and finally the babies, which are the ones that drop the slime balls. The babies are super easy to kill. They're basically one shot, and they don't even like hurt you. The big slimes, like, they also don't hurt you, but they do some pretty good damage. And that's really how you beat them. I mean, if they jump over your head, that might be a problem, but you'll be fine. Just keep whacking them. You'll just whittle them down until they're small and they're basically no longer a threat. See, look, all these slimes. Let's just kill these. Yeah, see, all these slimes can't hurt me. All these slimes can't do anything to me. You can. You definitely can. You should definitely stay away. Let's see if I just deal out all the medium ones. Let's see, here comes another big one. Comes another big one. Oh. They're not really that tanky, to be honest. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, they're pretty easy. And, once again, when you turn them to babies, they're practically harmless. Yep. They're doing absolutely nothing. I can just kill you all instantly. Yeah, this is quite sad. I'm killing thousands of slime children, but I don't care. Ow. And their mothers here. Alright, so that's the slimes. Now, the wither skeleton is really annoying. The problem with the wither skeleton is when it hits you, it gives you the wither effect. Which is very similar to poison, but just a lot worse. Because, Now, these are pretty easy to deal with, but unless they're in like a squad of 3. If they're in a squad of 3, it's best to, again, keep your distance. Now, these are really hard because they actually run towards you. Unlike zombies who walk slow, these guys can actually pace you with a little. Like they can actually keep up with your speed. But they're actually pretty weak. I mean, it takes 2 crits to just deal with them. But if you're doing normally, it'll take I think 3 hits. Yeah, 3. With a netherite sword, by the way. Yeah, and the wither effect is also super annoying. So that's really how you defeat them. Also, actually, if you make like a little platform that's only 2 blocks high, wither skeletons can actually do that. Can actually get you because you see they're too. they're too, well, he can hit me definitely, but yeah, they can't really hit you because, you know, they're too tall. So you can just, you know, stay here, take a snack, and just kill them, you know, shoot them in the head for fun. Yeah. And that's pretty much all you need to know about the Wither Skeletons. Now witches. Witches are a bitch. And it's no surprise why. Here, let me just spawn one. The first thing they're gonna do is, yeah, hit you with a poison potion. Then they're gonna hit you with, you know, a bunch of other potion effects as well. Most likely poison. Definitely poison. Sometimes they even throw a ball of harming, slowness, I believe weakness as well, and blindness? I don't know. But they're mostly just gonna poison you and then heal themselves. What's really annoying is that they don't really get affected by potion effects since they'll just, you know, drink a potion for that. So if you have like a fire aspect sword, they'll just drink a fire res potion and just, you know, it won't do anything. So they're really annoying, but you know, once you realize how annoying they are, they're pretty simple to beat. You just, you know, whack them a few times with your sword. And yeah, that's really all you need to know for the witches. Now, the Ravager is a very annoying bastard. Because it's really hard to hit him. Because, you know, he keeps knocking you back. So it's going to be a real challenge to deal with him head first. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, what if I, let's say, oh god, he's really doing a number on me. Okay, hold on. What if I do this? It won't work. Trust me, I've tried. You cannot pillar with the Iron Golem technique. He'll just knock you off. Now, how do you deal with these? How do you deal with a Ravager? First, don't actually deal with him head first. In fact, you should just shoot him with your arrows. Now, of course, you should be really far away from the Ravager, or else he'll absolutely mess you up. The only reason why I'm still alive is because of the God Apples. You sort of just, you know, just keep running and shooting. Like, you know, like this. I mean, you can also distract them with some water. And you can just, you know, hit them like that. It's just, by the way, water is like one of the best ways to deter enemies. It's so good. Oh shit, he's using the slime again. Alright, this Ravager is smart. Alright. Please go away, slimes. You're ruining the video. But yeah, you can sort of just, you know, block him with some water and then just constantly shoot him with the arrows. They have lots of health though, so yeah, it's gonna take a while. Also, they drop a saddle every time, which is nice. Oh, I just spawned another one. Oh, okay. That's not good. So again, the same technique. You just, you know, go to your little water pool over here. You can't go because the currents are too strong. You're a weak ass boy. You probably shouldn't have skipped leg day, man. So yeah, you can basically just, you know, snipe him. That I did not need to hit you. You just keep sniping him. Ah, Jesus. Let me just stand here so I don't get pushed off. So you can just, you know, keep sniping him until he dies. And there we go, he is now dead. So that's how you beat the Ravagers. Next we're gonna take a very similar mob, the Hoglin. Now the Hoglins are very similar to Ravagers, but very weaker in comparison. They both have the same attack range, where, you know, they can launch you. Also, same thing with Ravagers. You can't really, well, you can pillar, but you can't really hit them since they're also too short. So you have to go a block, and you know, it just knocks you off. Oh yeah, also because it turned into a zombie Piglin, because, you know, we're in the overworld. I think every Piglin variation does that. I don't know. And this guy is doing a huge number on me. Now there's actually a way to counter Piglins. If only I had my lava, hold on. So the best way to deal with Piglins is, well, first, okay, that's a baby Piglin. Now baby Piglins will actually run away if you hit them, which is really nice, but also annoying since they'll just come back to hit you again. But yeah, here's a big one, alright? So what you're gonna do is just, well, this. And then you just hit them a bit until they die. Pretty simple. Now this even works with like a whole family of piglins. Now the thing is, the problem with that is that they actually can't avoid, oh Jesus, they can actually avoid the lava since they're actually afraid of lava. In fact, any source of fire they're afraid of. What's good is that you can at least just spam it. Now, the bad thing is, zombies, the zombie variation, does not get affected by lava, which sucks a lot. Meaning you can no longer use this trick, but most of the time you're gonna fight hoglins in the nether, so they won't really see much of the zombie variation. And even then it's easy. Also, the babies, they no longer run away when you hit them. They're more reckless, you could say. So yeah, that's how you deal with the hoglins. The thing with villagers is if you block with your shield, they'll disable it. Yeah, they disabled my shield. I can't use it. You can see the cooldown right there. So if I use it again, they disabled it. And that's the biggest problem. You can't really block their attack since, you know, the main thing you use, your shield, gets negated by their axe. Another thing is that they deal a lot of damage. So for example, look at how much damage. 3.5 hearts, full netherite. Insane. I mean, this has no enchantments, but still, it's insane. So they drop an iron axe. It's pretty useless, but hey. We don't talk about uselessness here. So again, this is the same with zombies. It's not really, if singled out, they're pretty easy, since you can just keep whacking them, pushing them back. Pretty simple. It's when they go in a group that's when they get terrifying, because like if I just spawn a couple here, like you can't block because the first one will disable and oh Jesus, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was the Vindicator. As you can see, they are really, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Now, how do you deal with them though? How do you deal with them with a pack? So I'm gonna do it again. Let's do a little bit less this time. So, game mode survival. So they should all be aggro. Now can you water bucket them? Absolutely. So yeah, this is how you counter them. Again, the water bucket technique. Again, you sort of just, keep hitting them. Use the water bucket. Sometimes they might get a bit too close, because they run super fast. Oh, one got me a bit. Alright. So that. And you just sort of, take them out one by one. And yeah, that's definitely how you beat them. To be honest, that's really the best way to beat them. Really, because if a horde ever comes out, just put water around you and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Guardians. Now, how do you deal with these? Now, of course, this won't really look properly since they're in land, but what's cool about the Guardians is that they have this thing which like homes in on you, and it does damage. So, Jesus, that actually did a lot. So, hold on. Let's move a bit of my stuff here. Let's get some dirt so I can showcase how Guardians actually work. Now the thing like Guardians, alright, so let me just show you here again. So you see this thing, it sort of homes in on you like a laser beam, and once it turns green, it'll, fire. What's cool is that you can block this. If you stand behind them, you see that there's a laser. Oh, it's pointing at me. Oh, I blocked it. So this is basically one of the best ways to counter them. But what happens? Oh, you want to kill it. So the problem is you can't really dodge it since, you can't really dodge that attack. Now the best way is to just, get in close. Because if you can tell, look. Every time I get close, their laser, they can't shoot it. They can't shoot it because, I'm too close. So the best way to do this is, again, well, just stay close to them. Close the distance. Because look, as you can see, they're not doing anything. They can't shoot because I'm too close. Look at this. You're nothing. You're useless. You can't do anything to me. You're pathetic. You'll never be good enough. The Elder Guardian will always be disappointed in you. Look at that. Useless. You'll never be anything useful. Leave the ocean monument. You're useless. So yeah. Also, mental insulting them also, lowers their confidence, makes it less to attack you. it's a much better. It's a lot more useful tactic than you think. Sorry. The first one is the gas. Now the problem with gas is that they shoot fireballs. Now the easiest way to deal with them is just a quick arrow to their face. Now, of course, this is gonna be really hard. The second problem is, the second way to counter is shooting their fireballs back. And Jesus Christ, they are going so far. Alright, I did not expect this. Oh, that was so close. Oh, we got one. So essentially the best way to fight them, because mostly you're gonna fight them in the nether, is a simple arrow shot. Yeah. But there's another, and I think a lot better way, or actually a lot harder way, is countering by shooting the fireball back. Like that. You see they threw a fireball and I hit it with my sword and countered it back. I threw it back at that thing. So show this again. See that? Oh, we did again. Let's do this another time. It's a lot easier if they're like closer to the ground. Oh, let's hit it. Yeah, just like that. Crazy. So this is a Blaze, you know. He shoots fireballs. He shoots 3 at a time, actually. What's annoying is that they can shoot really, like, I mean really far away. Like, really far away. Now, of course, their aim is going to be trash, but look at how quick they can detect you. Just step a little closer. There. Look at how quick that is. Look at how far that is. Oh, jeez. But, yeah. Now, the way to counter them is actually really fun. It's by using snowballs. Because if you don't know, snowballs actually hurt blazes. So let me just, yeah. And this is actually one of my most favorite ways to kill blazes. Because it's just so goofy. Like, imagine getting wrecked by a snowball. It usually takes like 6 snowballs, I think. Okay, maybe a bit more. Yeah, 7 snowballs. So yeah, if you don't have snowballs, you can just, just do the simple, good old whack 'em. Now you can block the fireballs with your shield, which is really helpful. I'll just unset myself on fire. Now, the biggest problems is when the blaze is really far, because if that's the case, then it's gonna be super hard to dodge the fireballs. Actually, this is not fun. But look, you see this blaze? See him? He's gonna shoot his fireballs. Now you can block it with your shield. Okay, this blaze just sucks ass. You just can't aim for shit. Alright, let's do this again. Come on, blaze, show me your ass. Oh, yeah, you can block it with your shield. It won't burn or anything. It won't disable. Now the biggest problem with people is that whenever they try to get close, you know, the blaze, you hit him a bit, you know, you keep hitting him. Yeah, actually this is a very bad example. So let me just summon like a few more. And this is actually natural, like this can actually happen to you. In fact, there's usually more blazes that can spawn. So I just water myself in here. Okay, I need a chocolate god apple or else I will die. So this can happen, where like 6, 7, 8 blazes can spawn. Now this is a really hard thing to do. Now of course you have snowballs, you can just spam snowballs at them, but you're gonna hurt them. Now of course you can just pour them with water, but you know, water disintegrates in the nether. So how do you deal with this? It's pretty simple. You sort of go in close and constantly strafe it. You see that? It's a lot easier. It usually takes 3 good crits to take a single blaze out. The problem is just when they're flying, because you really have to use a bow this time to kill them. But you can like still hit them, but you know. It's actually gonna be a lot harder to fight these guys in the nether because there's a lot of few spaces to hit them in. Because the nether's, you know, full of lava, there's lava pits everywhere, and blazes can fly. I mean, they won't be affected by lava. In fact, I think they're immune to lava actually. So now you can take them out like this. Now it's a lot easier because, you know, I just ate a god apple, but yeah. That's really the best way to take out. Of course, the best way is snowballs. They're just really fun. And I think that might have been the Blazes. Actually, I'm pretty sure that might have been me. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, they're pixels. I don't care. So that's really the best way to do Blazes. Now, of course, the best way is to take them long. Like, hold on. The best way, in my opinion, is with snowballs. But if they're too far away, you just use your bow. Just use your bow. It's really easy. It takes like 3 bow shots to kill them. Yeah. But if there's like a ton, like an army, just run. Really, I'm not kidding. Just run. That's really all you need to do. It's really hard to deal with that. So just run. I'm not kidding. Just run away. That's all I'm saying. Just run away. Go hide somewhere, because it's gonna be so hard to deal with them. Like that is like almost impossible to deal with. Magma cubes are again very similar to slimes, but they can actually jump a lot higher than slimes, like that, as you can see. They're actually a bit more tankier than slimes as well, but you know, it's very similar to slimes, as you can see. Next is the Vex. Now the Vex. Oh my gosh, the Vex, man. They are what you call a pain in the ass, because they're like ghosts. You know, if I spawn one, they're super fast. They can go through walls. They deal tons of damage. Now that was easy. You know, that was easy. It was just because it was just one. Here's what happens in like a normal raid. This is how many that's gonna spawn. This is usually the normal amount. This is what you're gonna see most of the time. Now, the best way to deal with these is that... Now, the best way to... Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so annoying. Oh god, I'm actually gonna die. Yo, god damn it. The Vex, how do you deal with them? Now, most of the time, you really have to kill the Evoker before they even spawn the Vex to begin with, but here's how to deal with them. So, one thing you need to know is that they like to orbit around you, sort of. Like, you see this? Like, see how he like tries to circle in behind me? That's how they like to do it. They're like assassins, essentially. They like to sneak up behind you and then stab you in the back. So it's actually a lot easier to know where they're gonna hit you. So for example, you see that guy? Watch, you're gonna go for the back. There he is. Oh, there he is, there he is. Alright. Alright. I'm eating a god apple, by the way, so it's... You see, they always try to go for the back. So always check your backs. Always check your backs. See if you're gonna attack again. Okay, maybe they're just peaceful. Oh, here we go. You see, he goes for the back. So yeah, that's a good indicator. Like they will always attack you from the backside. That is always something they'll always do. No matter where they are, they will always attack you from the back. So even if they're front, they will like orbit around you, go back, like see that? Oh, there it goes. Let's see. Let's see, they just love the back. They love backstabs. They're like spies. They love the backstabs. Yeah. So you really just have to get good with, you know, aiming your sword at them. And always check your back. That's really all there is, yeah. So if I wear this, Piglins will attack. So for example, if I, you know, take it off, yeah, they go aggro. Now they're pretty similar to zombies, or Jesus Christ, get away. So let me show you this again. So okay, that's just a child again. So this one, you know, he's fine. He's perfectly aggro. Nothing wrong with him. Unless I change my helmet, he goes aggro. So the problem with these guys, these guys are fast. And can you leave me alone, Jesus? So anyways, yeah. If you're not wearing gold, they will attack you. They will definitely attack you. So like, you see this? He will go aggro. Now they are really fast. They're really fast. They do lots of damage. He broke my helmet. You know, the show must go on. So how do you deal with these guys? Again, it's a pretty simple tactic of just... Oh yeah, also these are... Okay, I need to deal with the sword guys first. Uh-oh. Actually, this is not good. This is not good. Not good. Chug a god apple real quick. Alright. Now these are actually a crossbow variation of these guys. Oh, never mind. They turn into zombies. Maybe I should have made another portal. Actually, maybe I should have made another portal. All right. We're here in the Nether. This is not a good spawn. Actually, let me just kill that gas. All right. Now we can go to game mode survival again. Alright, so this isn't a great spawn. we're in a soul sand island. Basically the worst possible outcome. So let's just do this again. So this is a Piglin. It's fast and, you know, dangerous. Only because if I don't wear gold. If I have gold, then he's perfectly fine. He's perfectly chill. Now how do you deal with a squad of them? Okay, all of these guys are bow users. This is not gonna work. Oh yeah, they're very annoying to deal with. But they're pretty easy. They're like skeletons, basically. Okay, here's a sword guy. And yeah, that's pretty easy. Like, it's because I have full threat, but if you have iron, they'll do a lot more damage. They'll do a lot more damage to you. The next one, the Piglin Brute. Now this guy is something different. Now the difference between the Piglin Brute, I am actually gonna need a notch apple for this, is that he doesn't care if you're wearing gold. Like, you see him? He doesn't care. He doesn't give a crap. I'm wearing gold right now and he doesn't care. He does not give a single crap about the gold. He just wants me dead. Now he also has a golden axe, meaning if I try to block, he'll disable it. Very similar to the Vindicator. They also have a lot of health. Like a lot of health. Like for example, actually I shouldn't do that. I'm definitely gonna die if I do that. So yeah, just trust me when he does a lot of damage. He has a lot of damage as well. Look. Look at that. Look at the amount of damage he's done. Like he can 3-shot me and I have full netherite. He can literally 3-shot me and I have full netherite. It's insane. So how do you deal with these guys? How do you deal with piglins and, you know, normal piglin brutes? The best way I've found is just simple lava, really. You see this guy? Look at that. And you just whack him a bit. And that's it. That's really the best way to deal with these guys. Same thing with like normal piglins. You see them? Oh jeez. Yeah, you just drown them in lava. They might escape, but you know, yeah, this is really the best way. So, for example, if I have like a whole army on me, now some will actually, oh jeez, some will. Now Endermen. Endermen are actually pretty chill as long as you don't look at them. They're pretty decent. But what happens if you, I don't know, accidentally, boom, and then they come after you, right? Now, the tough thing about Endermen is that they teleport a lot. So whenever like they charge at you, they sort of like teleport to trick you, and then they go from behind. That was actually pretty easy. God damn it. Alright. There's also another, like, a lot better way, and that's, okay, let's just anger him. And that's by placing water. Endermen don't like water. That is a pretty simple thing. Yeah, Endermen don't like water. Whenever they touch it, they take damage and they teleport. Now this is a good deterrent, but the problem is it won't kill it. It will not kill the enemy, since, you know, it'll just keep running. I mean, it could kill them, but it would just take super long. So this is sort of just a deterrent. It will not actually kill the Enderman, just, you know, make him go away. So just, Jesus, they're also really fast. Alright, won't aggro. So there's a cool thing where, if you try to shoot an Enderman, it won't work. It'll never work. No matter how hard you try, you're not gonna shoot an Enderman. It's not gonna work. Because they'll just always teleport away. Even if I like directly in their face, they'll just teleport away. So don't use bows or any projectile against them. They'll just, you know, teleport away from it. It's cave spiders. Now these are really annoying because they deal poison damage. So yeah, they're really hard. Not only that, they're fast and smaller and a lot more aggressive than normal spiders. Because, you know, they never left their room, just like, you know, Twitch mods. Except they're not really this fast. You know, they usually take a gasp of air every time they run, like, you know, every step. So how do you counter these? The problem is, you'll most likely find these in abandoned mine shafts, where there's lots of cobwebs, and that's where their spawner will be. Another thing is, spiders in general can move fast in cobwebs. They like their speed won't like change in cobwebs. Meaning, if you get stuck in one of those cobwebs in a mine shaft, you're gonna have a hard time. So how do you deal with, you know, poisonous spiders? You could use the water trick. In fact, I think the water trick works with almost every mob. But again, it's really, you know, you can't always rely on the water trick. So you really just have to, you know, 1v1 or mano this, really. I mean, you can use lava and, you know, water. Those will always work with every mob, in fact. But not always, not always. Finally, I think the last one we'll be talking about before we get onto the bosses is the Evoker. Now this is arguably one of the hardest mobs in the game, because they spawn the Vex. They spawn 3 at a time. They're actually pretty easy to kill, but it's the Vex that now Evokers are actually really easy to kill. In fact, they're pretty weak. But what makes them so dangerous is, well, the fact that they spawn the Vex, which is, you all know, the actual hardest mob in the game. So as you can see, they're sort of like weeping angels. I forgot to tell you about this about the Vex. They're sort of like weeping angels, where if you turn your back, they'll go aggressive. So let me just spawn another Evoker. Let them spawn the Vex. But first, they look at you with, like, you know, they first look at you normally. You know, like just normal. Oh yeah, also the Evoker has that attack, by the way. Yeah, so this is what makes the Evoker really strong. He's fast, he can spawn Vex, and Jesus, they're doing so much damage. So how do you deal with the Evokers? First, you really need to kill them really quickly. Deal with the Vex later, only after you kill the Evoker, because if you just kill the Vex, you know, the Evoker will just spawn more Vex. So you really have to like kill the summoner before the minions, because without the summoner, the minions will no longer spawn again. And besides the fact that he spawns the Vex, the Evoker is actually pretty easy. Now here we are in the end, and right now I'm gonna show you how to kill the Ender Dragon very quickly. And that is by using beds, because if you don't know, if you use a bed here, it'll explode. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna blow up the Ender Dragon. Now I'm gonna do this in creative because I'm not that good in survival. So yeah, let's just wait. So essentially the whole idea is just to wait for the dragon to perch in the middle here. And essentially just spam beds. And I'm pretty sure it only takes like 4 beds to instantly kill the dragon. I don't know, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm pretty certain. So let's just wait for the dragon to, yeah, perch. Just gonna staircase here so that it'll be easy. I'm just gonna, I believe water helps here too, so that you won't get as much damage from the bed explosion. Just pop right here. Wait for the dragon to perch. Come on, dragon. Hurry up. So that's essentially what we're gonna do. We're just gonna nuke the dragon. Come on, perch. Come on, you wuss. Are you scared? You better be. I'm about to bed you. So yeah, you essentially just, you know, bed with the dragon. That actually, wait, that came out wrong. You essentially just, you know, blow the dragon with your bed. Okay, then. Oh, it's finally perching. Alright, so we just spam beds. Not doing as much damage, but this is good. Oh no, it's leaving. Just a bit more damage. Oh yeah, there we go. with the beds is that you can basically like spawn trap it with the beds because of the constant explosions. And yeah, we did it. That's how you beat the Ender Dragon with beds. So yeah, that's pretty easy. Alright, so let's chug this. First, let's wait for it to spawn. There we go. So now I just need to chug this potion and smack his wither dong until he dies, essentially. So what is happening is that he's currently trapped inside the bedroom and can't move. So we're basically just, suffocating him until he dies, snapping his wither dong while doing so. And there we go. He's finally dead. So that's essentially why we needed the dragon altar, so that, we can trap the wither. And yeah, that's essentially how you cheese the ender dragon and the wither. You essentially just sandwich him between this obsidian and bedrock sandwich and, slap his wither dong. So yeah, I think the final enemy we're gonna be teaching how to survive against is gonna be the Warden. Now, the Warden is... the thing with the Warden is that he's not really something you're supposed to fight. So, for example, here's just a showcase of what the Warden can do. Let's just spawn him. Also, he's blind, by the way. He can't see, he uses sound. See that? He's mad now. He's then gonna absolutely assault the heck out of that slime. And that's pretty much it. So here, let me just show you how frightening this guy really is. So let's go to survival. So here I am. So what's actually happening? You see that everything's going dark? That's the darkness debuff. Every single time you're near the Warden, the darkness debuff happens. I actually want to chug a god apple here because I legit might die. So let's get his attention. Come here. That's right. Oh wait, hold on. Come here. Come over here, buddy. Oh baby. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Look, if I pour lava on him, it won't do anything. He can literally swim in lava. It's insane. So just get rid of this. Oh, but what if you push him with water? Well, you can. You technically can, but look, well, I'll show you what happens, even if he is like far away from you. So shoot him. Here's what's gonna happen. You think the water's gonna save me, right? No, it's not. Because, like, yeah, you see, it is saving me here. But, hold on. Yeah, this is gonna happen. Yeah, that. So what that was a solar blast, essentially, which deals a lot of damage. And he spams it a lot. Like, a lot. And it isn't really something you can dodge. Oh shit. It's really fast. Oh god. Okay, it really won't let me go near the water, so I just have to... That's not a good spot. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it deals a lot of damage. He can hit you so far as well. He's not letting me get to the water. Oh jeez. I'm gonna die. Like if I chug god apples, I'll be fine, but I'm screwed. If you're in this situation, you're basically screwed. Also, did I forget to mention this boss has 500 HP? Just to clarify, that's more HP than the Wither and the Ender Dragon combined. So yeah, good luck, really. So for example, let's say essentially you just need a trench. So this is an example right here. is a pure example of this. So while the Warden is absolutely crying in the corner. Okay, hold on. There you go. Alright, so let me show you how the trap works. We're essentially just making a little trench here. And we're gonna fill that trench with the roses. Because if you don't know, Wardens cannot actually negate damage from wither roses. So what I gotta do is just spawn him in, get his attention, make him mad. He'll run all the way over here. He'll fall in the pit, and that's really it. You just, you know, wait for him to die. And now he will do the sonic boom attack, and this is why you really have to, yeah. Now I don't think you can actually dodge the sonic boom attack. I think it's literally impossible. Maybe if you're going super insanely fast, but with your current speed there's no way you can dodge this. So essentially you really just have to wait for him to die, which is gonna take a long time since he has more health than, you know, the Wither. But what's cool is you can really just, I think if I just stand very far away, yeah, he can't hit you from here. He has a range, which I believe is 15 blocks. So all you need to do is like just shoot him from afar with your bow. Oh jeez. Okay. Yeah, he's just trapped there. And you can just, you know, shoot him with your bow or... So I just place him in here. And essentially he'll just stay here and die. Pretty much. He can't get out because the wither roses. And you can just whack him with your axe. Now this guy has 5 health, which is more than the wither and the dragon combined. So this is gonna take a long ass time. Actually, I might need a strength potion. So let's just drink that. Look at this. Look at how many hits he's taking. Oh my god. That's it. That took so long. Oh my god. So he doesn't actually drop anything good. That's the thing. He doesn't actually drop anything decent whatsoever. All he drops is a skull catalyst, and that's pretty much it. If you don't know what this does here, essentially if something dies in front of it, it creates skulk. That's literally it. So that is the other Guardian. Now the thing is, the other Guardian, there's not really anything special about this. He just gives you mining fatigue. Besides that, he's pretty much any other normal Guardian. So let's just go to game mode survival. So essentially what happens is, oh well, he's targeting me. Let's just chug a god apple so I can just get this over with. Alright. So it's not really that hard. Even though this is counted as a boss, it's not really that hard. The worst you can do is give you mining fatigue. And like, you know, besides that, it's really nothing special. Look, like it's just running away from me. Come on, where are you going? Where are you going? Don't be scared. Oh, there it is, the mining fatigue. Again, if you just stay close to the Elder Guardian, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna shoot its laser because look, see? So as long as you keep your, like, as long as you like close the distance, it won't be able to hurt you. And it's gonna be a lot easier because you're gonna fight this thing in the water. So let's just kill this again. Like, jeez, you suck. Like, you really suck. Oh! Come back here. There we go. And yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all the bosses, all the mobs in the game currently. I know there are like still variations. I know there's things like the Stray, the Husk. I'm not gonna count them really because they're just variants. I know I counted the Cave Spider, but like, you know, the Cave Spider is annoying. We all hate the cave spider. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So I think that's all. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos from me, just like and subscribe, hit the bell so that you'll never miss another video. So while this zombie is currently eating me alive, I think I'm gonna sign off. So yeah, bye bye.